Friday. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We are continuing featuring local chambers in our Feature Friday series to talk about shopping small in our communities. And we have an exciting day coming up tomorrow. It's Small Business Saturday. So today we have Trisha Johnson and Tom Davenport with the Carbondale Chamber that's going to talk about shopping small in our communities.
So Tom, welcome. Here at Legence Bank, we love to support local businesses. Our motto is Legence Loves Local. And if you watch our Feature Fridays, you see that, you see our hashtag, and it's important for us. It's big part of our owners, families, mission and goals. And our core value here at Legence Bank is to support our local communities that we serve. And so talk to us a little bit today about what the Carbondale Chamber is doing to support small businesses. This pandemic has given us a lot of challenges, but more exciting, as Jessica mentioned, it's Shop Small Saturday. So it's time to really get out there and support our local businesses.
Well, I can follow that, but I think that's a great introduction. I'll start with the fact that most of our small businesses now look at this as round two of the pandemic situation. So when we entered it a few weeks ago, I immediately said, we're going to put every restaurant that is delivering services on our homepage of our website. We are going to indicate whether they do curbside, delivery, drive-through, online, outdoor, phone orders, or takeouts. We have a list on both sides. Vineyards are on the back, no particular reason for that, of opportunities, and it's on our homepage, but it tells you exactly the hours, what they do, and how to access their product. So I will tell you that this same list will run in the Southern Illinois in this in their weekend edition, or possibly it could be in the edition on Thanksgiving. It's already ran once. It's going to list all the members who are small business, which is different that's 175 of our members who will be open on Saturday. I suspect your bank is on there because I assumed all banks would be open on Small Business Saturday. So I've included all our banking partners and friends and members also in that list. But back to the restaurant project. So that really took off. We got nothing but praise when we called each and every one of these restaurants to the fact that, we had just answered their plea. We have then printed these on cardstock, and I took them to all our local hotels and motels, because their folks who were coming there didn't want to eat in their room. So they wanted to know what their choices were for outdoor dining. And that, it was back in October, and folks are still doing that here locally as well, with some heaters and some other things. So that was one of the initiatives we took on, was to be sure that our restaurants got all the support, all the publicity, and all the things that we could do. So the chamber board agreed to pay for the ads in the local news, the Southern Illinoisan, and the Southern Illinoisan then did their thing by giving us one extra ad free because they thought it was such a worthy cause. So kudos to everybody in that project. And we look for the day on July 4th when we all go back to Giant City for lunch with hundreds of our friends. But past that, we are having a project that will go up on one of our ads on our homepage as well, for all the people in Carbondale who have apartment complexes, who have rental properties, all our small businesses. And people said, why are you doing this, Tom? And I said, because these students, who especially are coming from Chicago, their parents are likely to look on a chamber website to see, where can I get Johnny or Mary a room in Carbondale spring semester. So, we think that's going to hopefully get a little momentum and move a little traffic. just because, of course, we have excess rentals because I think 35% of the students were on campus with the others doing virtual. So we're doing everything we know how to do to support the various groups of our constituency. Now, I will digress from your original topic, but throw this in because we now have a minority business council here at the chamber who is working with our minority businesses. And around Martin Luther King's birthday, we will be recognizing those members. We're going to be taking a yard sign to them, take pictures, publicity, and we're going to honor those people who are also small businesses that are supporting us, and we're going to try to make an effort in that. So like you, we're trying to reach out, we're trying to help all the people we can, and we're trying to make a difference. So I know that was a lot for one question, so I'm ready for the next 5 questions or whatever you do.
Well, lots of excellent initiatives, Tom, and we appreciate everything that you and the Carbondale Chamber are doing. You know, one thing that we've asked some of the chambers about Shop Small Saturday and hashtag Shop SI, seems that there's this exciting giveaway, and each chamber has a week that they're promoting and putting in some great local things. So what has Carbondale Chamber done to support that giveaway and Shop Local initiative?
Well, don't tell anyone, but apparently we broke the rules because we had so many people contribute to our gift basket that was being awarded. I believe we ended up awarding 5, and I know we weren't supposed to, so hopefully the other chambers won't be hearing this. But if they do, sorry, we'll do better in the future. But we had wonderful support from all over our businesses. And I remind people that not all businesses are struggling during the pandemic. Some of them are actually finding new ways and better ways to make revenue. And then on the flip side, you know, we just really continue to do those kinds of things that we think are important. And while what I'm about to say may sound somewhat, well, it's advocating for small business, we are very cautious that the month of December will not result in a stay-at-home order. Simply because, as you know, as bankers, that many small businesses count on November and December for 50% of their revenue and to determine if they're going to make a great profit or not for the year. So we're also holding our breath that there's not going to be, now if there is, we understand it's a pandemic, we have to do our part, we'll respond accordingly, but that's the thing that we don't control. And that's the thing we'll worry about until New Year's Eve, because, you know, and we know, no matter how you shop, we're all going to do it in the next 5 or 6 weeks. So we're hoping that that doesn't occur. But if it does, some of our people have started an online presence, and, you know, so we're not against Cyber Monday. So, you know, we're going to support our members in whatever we can do.
Tom, you mentioned something I was going to ask, and that's new and unique ways, and probably in some cases more efficient for small businesses to run their operations. What are you seeing that's a little different out there?
Well, what we're doing right now with a Zoom call is a big difference, as we all know. I don't know about Jessica, but I'm pretty sure you and I are used to shaking somebody's hand, talking to them, looking in their eye. It's kind of hard to do with 5 people in Zoom.
Tom, are you saying I'm old?
I am not. I'm saying that you have a lot of experience to contribute to your job, which makes you very good at it.
I'm just teasing. I
am too. So regardless, you know, I think that's part of what we're missing when we have I hear stories. I mean, I've been involved in chambers for 25 years and probably 25 chambers throughout my different places I've worked. Those people show up because they want to network, and they've learned to network face to face, person to person, and now there's a new paradigm. We've got to figure out how to do that via Zoom I can still walk into most of our small businesses today, even with the 25% restrictions, because there's rarely more than 2 or 3 people in a small business, depending on the size of it, of course, at a time. So, I just hope that everyone understands that there's still that opportunity to go out and make those connections. But I think that's really the hard part for even a Chamber of Commerce. Everything we do is about people and excitement. So we're hoping that our annual dinner, which generally is in February, is now going to be in April or May. That hasn't been firmly decided. We're waiting on the virus to help us decide, but we're likely to have it in an outdoor seating around one of our members who's a vineyard. So we're pursuing those alternatives as well. So I think the thing that's so different is what we're used to in developing loyal customers, over and over and over again. Now, I suspect Jessica's generation has all kinds of social media that we use as well, and some other things that maybe I'm not as familiar with that seem to always have a new name every few weeks to reach those people for the banking industry, for the chambers, for all those things, because it's just a new world. And just like the people so if you want to talk age here, I started teaching when I was 21, manual typewriting, the first 3 periods of a day on something called a manual typewriter, Jessica. Look it up on the internet, you'll see a picture. Then we went to electric typewriters, and then we went to this thing called the computer. And not everybody went to the computer right away. And so you understand it's just a natural shift that's going on in our world. And as we say in Carbondale, those businesses who adapt usually survive and are successful.
Amen to that. And I'll just speak in regards to Legence Bank. Our lobbies are closed. We want to make sure everyone's safe and healthy. And as we've moved into Tier 3 mitigation, we continue to try and provide all of those safety measurements that we can. We still have our drive-through available. You can make an appointment. And as always, that technology has been around, but we're seeing more and more people use it, and we're happy to see that because we want to provide conveniences for everyone. And we have an app that is amazing and provides all the features you could need to look up your account information, to move money, to deposit checks, and the list goes on. And the same with our online banking if you're on your computer at home. So you can do banking at your convenience, anywhere, anytime. But as we wrap this up, I want to thank Tom for joining us. I want to encourage folks to go to the Chamber website to learn more about Shop SI and hashtag Shop SI, hashtag Legence Loves Local when you're out there shopping local and supporting these businesses more now than ever, especially tomorrow as you're out there shopping on Shop Small Saturday. And as
Let
we
me
end
jump
this,
in because
ahead,
yesterday at our networking for noon, there were 2 representatives of Legence Bank, and they did a great job. One talked about something called a Christmas club that I remember, and
Yes.
also the savings account for your grandchildren. So they've learned to sell to us through that Zoom call yesterday, both of which are something I had stopped doing. So you see, your folks were right there representing you well, so you should be proud of your employees. And that is my last statement is, and I'll just mention the company's name, which is Hunan's. It's a restaurant here. When I first went in there, the person who served me said, we talked about, of course, the virus. This was a few weeks ago, a long time ago. And she said, our owner knows more about it than anybody. She's worried about first our safety as the employee and you, the customer. And I had a very peaceful experience in my 9th time in 9 months to dine out. So I appreciate being on your call. I appreciate Legence Bank. And I look forward to the day we can shake hands and drink a cup of water together.
As do I. All right, Jessica, I will let you wrap us up, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy your big shopping day tomorrow. And I'm sure many of you are enjoying Black Friday today. So thanks, Jess.
Thank you, Tom and Trisha. And we just want to remind people to get out tomorrow, shop local. And, there's a lot of different ways that you can do that, in person, or a lot of these small businesses are offering online services. So check that out. And remember, when you're out in the community, to hashtag Legence Loves Local and shop SI. Thank you.